So today, our three Galapagos giant tortoises, Polly, Dolly and Priscilla, made an epic journey across the zoo to their new home at Giants of the Galapagos. So it's a relatively short distance, 200 metres between the old giant tortoise house and the current building. And so we thought that it would be perfect if the tortoises could walk all the way from their old house to their new house, because that would be the best way to settle them in. So the tortoises are trained, they're station trained, which means that they are trained to walk in front of a cone and stand by it. And they have a different coloured cone, one for each tortoise, and then they get a reward. So we did short walks of a few metres at a time, placing the cone, waiting for them to approach it, giving them some food, and then repeating. All the tortoises, all three of them, have got a different coloured cone that they know gets food for them and only them. So Polly has a yellow cone, Dolly has an orange cone, and Priscilla has a purple cone. So the cones work really well for about half of the journey, but at that point the tortoises started to get a little bit tired, and we had to abandon the cones and just go to pure bribery and give them tasty treats to get them over the line for the second half of the journey. The race went off to a cracking start. Dolly, with all cylinders firing, came out of the hatch first of all and made her way across the paddock, but she very quickly burned out and ended up becoming the last tortoise. Polly kept up a really consistent speed throughout, and although she left the trap second, she ended up taking the day. And Priscilla had probably the most exciting journey in that she trailed woefully leaving the house, but ended up taking the lead a couple of times throughout and came a very close second. That 200-metre dash, it took Polly 1 hour and 9 minutes. Priscilla came in a close second at 1 hour and 11 minutes, and Dolly trundled along and taking up the rear at 1 hour and 21 minutes. Tortoises are now settling into their new building, and on the 9th of October it will open to the public, so anyone can come and see Polly, Dolly and Priscilla. Inside we've got a huge climate controlled biome, so it will feel like you're in the Galapagos, with rain systems and fogging, 2 huge ponds for them to float about in, and a mud wallow to wallow in, and lots of plants that come from the sort of area that they come from in the wild.